Good afternoon, and once again, welcome to The World as We See It. I'm Baba Shaka, and today I want to discuss the glaring hypocrisy of the Biden administration and the U.S. politicians in general. And what I'm talking about is the requests made to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, for the arrest of Benjamin Netanyahu and other high-ranking Israeli officials for their role in this blatant and obvious genocide that's taken place. I want you to take a look at this video. This is President Biden responding when the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin and his alleged actions in the Ukraine. Okay, take a look at this.
Well, I think it's justified, but the question is, it's not recognized internationally by us either. But I think it makes a very strong point.
Provide information to the ICC for war crimes in Ukraine.
He's clearly committed war crimes. Thank you.
That's Biden responding to or supporting the court, the ICC, when it decided to go after Putin. Now, contrast that with this.
ICC's application for arrest warrants against Israeli leaders. Whatever these warrants may imply, there is no equivalence between Israel and Hamas. And it's clear Israel wants to do all it can to ensure civilian protection. But let me be clear. Contrary to allegations against Israel made by the International Court of Justice, what's happening is not genocide. We reject that. In America, we respect and protect fundamental rights of free speech to protest peacefully. That's America. But there's no place in any campus in America, any place in America for anti-Semitism, for hate speech that threatens violence of any kind against Jews or anyone else. To the Jewish community, I want you to know, I see your fear, your hurt, and your pain.
Now, here you have it. When the court goes after someone that America doesn't like, they support it. Even though they're not a signatory to the ICC, they support it. But when it goes after one of their friends, or possibly come after them, then okay, the court is not good. Okay? Something is wrong with the court. Now they're even talking about sanctioning the court. Sanctioning the court for doing what the court does. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds a lot like interfering with justice, obstruction of justice, right? Now, both the United States and Israel claim to be democracies and claim to uphold the law, claim to uphold the rule of law. That's what they say. But except when the law may be working against them, now they want to interfere with the courts. And it's okay to interfere with the courts when it suits them, and then turn around and talk about rule-based laws, rule-based society, and being a democracy and so on. This is the epitome of hypocrisy. And for those of you who have not yet come to the conclusion or been able to see that Joe Biden is the biggest, or at least one of the biggest hypocrites that American politics has ever produced. If you don't see that now, you'll never see it. You'll never see it. Many of you are planning on supporting this lying, hypocritical aider of genocide in the upcoming elections in November. Why? Because you're afraid that if you don't, Trump might become president. Another lying, hypocritical so-and-so. Here's the thing. If you support Joe Biden, in his bid for a second term, then you will effectively be rewarding genocide. You're saying, or you will be saying, that it's okay to prosecute a genocide against a people, deny that you're doing it, even though the rest of the world sees you doing it, and that's okay. We will still reward you with our votes. That will make you, the voter, an aider and abetter of genocide. When you aid and abet a criminal, that makes you a criminal. No doubt. The extreme hubris that Americans on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, blues and reds, it's amazing the hubris that they have, that they feel that they can now reach out and sanction members of the International Court of Criminal Behavior. And claim to be a democracy. No, friends. You're not looking at a democracy. You're looking at a failed experience. A failed experiment, I should say. The American experiment has obviously failed, and failed spectacular. And the genocide in Gaza has exposed it for what it really is. A failure. A house of cards. We will follow the rules when it suits us, according to them, and we will reject it when it doesn't suit us. But we will insist that the rest of the world follow the rules. The question will be, whose rules? Whose rules should the rest of the world follow? If every time you move the goalpost to suit your own ends, whose rules should the rest of us follow? For those of you who are thinking about supporting Genocide Joe come this fall, you may need to rethink that, because that will make you a supporter of genocide. This is The World as We See It. I'm Baba Shaka. Assalamu alaikum. Kwaheri.